Just pull your chair up close to your radio. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud.
Good morning, Captain.
Like to check your licenses, boys.
Good morning to you.
Live all across Big Sky Country, it's the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you statewide by Missoula Chevrolet, home of the official truck of the captain, Vibrant Hearing, Warrior Boats, Tire-Rama, Gretz RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors, your local Subaru dealer in Helena. And now, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Well, feast your ears on this little ditty here. Checking your weather forecast for northeast Montana. Looks like this. Today, sunny, highs near 80. Tonight, mostly clear, lows in the lower to mid-50s. Sunday, mostly clear, highs in the around 80. Remember, gang, did you hear what I just said there? Just perfect forecast. Perfect.
Well done.
Cool in the evening, sort of warm in the
Good job, Downrigger.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's all there. And remember, gang, we've got all kinds of other good things happening on the Go-To website, including a link to my latest Montana Outdoor podcast. This one features our friend Brad Davis of the North American Trap Collectors Association. Yeah, they collect traps. And I mean some pretty weird, old, and flat, amazing ones that can sell for huge dollars. When you watch this week's podcast on YouTube, you'll see one trap that qualifies for all those. It's a man trap. Now, this is made popular back in the 1500s to 1600s in Europe. Now, why were they trapping people in Europe back then? Well, listen to the podcast and you'll find out. That and more is waiting for you at that Go-To website, MontanaOutdoor.com.
And that Riggercast is brought to you by the Come On In. We'll be back with the captain and the week in review in 1 minute.
Escape the ordinary. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Missoula, Bozeman, and Billings features family-friendly lodging that offers a rustic atmosphere with resort amenities. Options include king or 2 queen bedrooms, roomy kitchenettes, or a relaxing jacuzzi suite. There's complimentary hot breakfast, guest laundry, a large pool, kiddie pool, 5 hot tubs, fitness center, and a beautiful indoor courtyard that features a rock waterfall. Escape the ordinary. The best value in lodging today is at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Missoula, Bozeman, and Billings. Make your reservations online at comeonin.com. That's CMONINN.com.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Your local Town Pump has a great deli. Right now, get burritos 2 for $3.50. Plus, medium and large fountain drinks are only $1.59. Hungry yet? Head over to Town Pump. Convenient and right down the road.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Here's another oh yeah. In Lewistown, shop the Sports Center. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
Well, I tell you what, after a real short forecast, a long promotional spot for the podcast and all those commercials, I'm finally here. The Montana Outdoor Radio Show Fort Peck headquarters is the place. That's where I'm at. The command center, we have the director, Deadeye Denny. Good morning, Denny.
Good morning, the captain.
And Miguel Lee is answering the phones. We have Kokanee Quinn cooking up in the kitchen. And, of course, you heard Downrigger Dale, who is Downrigger Dale.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I got my name on my shirt.
That's what his shirt says.
Right.
I got my name on my shirt.
Right above the word trainee.
Yeah, I rubbed that off.
The only problem is he never remembers his name. Then he looks in the mirror and he can't pronounce it.
It's backwards.
So we go from one extreme 2 weeks ago in the walleye world in Montana to another extreme that is unbelievable. Canyon Ferry Walleye Festival. Low weights dominated the first day. So today it's going to be interesting to see if somebody can find what we used to call, when I used to fish with various people, a kicker fish, which means that if you get a fish around 10 pounds or something, that'll kick you up into the standings.
Yeah.
We want to tell you right now on MontanaOutdoor.com, you can look at the results, the complete results of day one of Canyon Ferry. First place, Jake Starkle of Ronan and Josh Starkle of Helena. They got 13.18 pounds. Now think about this. In Tiber, they caught 8 fish that weighed over 15 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 5 fish.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. Let me look at this thing. Hang on. I don't think that is 5 fish for them.
No. Well, I have a theory as to why this happened.
Okay. You have a theory for everything, and we'll hold on to that theory.
Okay.
But they only caught 2 fish. The biggest fish they caught was 12.06 pounds, and the second fish they caught registered as 1.12 pounds.
Oh, okay.
And the team in second place, they caught 1 fish, 12.38 pounds, and no fish after that.
Wow.
And the third place contestants, Chet Cook out of Bozeman, along with Casey Bennett out of Bozeman, they caught 3 fish, and the biggest one was close to 9 pounds, 11.99 pounds. By the way, the second place team was Anej Nelson from Helena and Steve Brockway from Helena. It looks like the Helena crowd is pretty much dominating the top spots of the Canyon Ferry Walleye Festival, which makes sense. Steve Thomas and Alex Thomas, they're in 5th place, but they're from Great Falls, and they caught 5 fish. But it's kind of like if you catch 5 fish, your weight's going to be lower at Canyon Ferry because they didn't catch a kicker fish. It's 5.72 pounds with 5 fish on Canyon Ferry.
Huh.
Caught some kickstand fish.
Yeah. little tiny kicker.
Little guys.
Little bitty kicker.
They're in a rebuild season, maybe.
So, Scott Arnold, the painter, you've heard him give reports on Canyon Ferry.
Oh, yeah.
He predicted a weight on our local show in Missoula yesterday. What did you say, around 60 pounds maybe would win it?
Oh, did he say that much?
I don't remember.
Well, last year it was 67 pounds.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Huh?
And so I can understand why he would say that. And the last year's winners, I should say, Matt Fisher and Ty Hinderegger, who are very, very good walleye anglers, they did not have a very good day yesterday. They caught 2 fish that weighed 2.27 pounds. And here's another surprise for you. Brem Phipps and McFadden.
Yeah.
McFadden's that lake is right in his backyard. He's in
Chris
Townsend.
McFadden. Yeah, he's just
Townsend.
right down the street there.
Yeah. They didn't catch a fish yesterday.
Wow.
That's, Chris McFadden and Brem Phipps did not catch a fish. There was 14 teams that zeroed out of 60. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I'll just finish what I have in here first. Okay.
Have you ever? You remember that saying? I mean, we're old school here. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah.
So, is there any comments from any of the crew about?
Do you want me to hear my theory now?
Yeah. What is your theory?
All right. you've heard of these aquifers, you know, that's where we get our well water and all that. Well, many people have said that those aquifers can be quite huge.
Right.
And I think what's happened is the fish in Tiber swam through the aquifer to Canyon Ferry and ate all their fish.
This has been another Downrigger Dale theory.
And of course, we all know
Seems
that's
plausible.
geographically impossible for them to do that because they're not even on the same river system.
Well, but it's underground, so it all connects.
Yeah. You know, with this, I don't think live scope obviously didn't make any difference in this tournament
That's
yesterday.
what I was going to ask. Yeah, that didn't seem to.
None.
You know, one of the things about live scope, and you guys had a pretty good discussion of it yesterday, and we won't go in length about it today, but the live scope
Kind of out of time,
helps, according to Don Jameson, and I didn't realize this, the live scope not only spots fish at the bottom, but they also spot fish that are suspended. And in Fort Peck, these fish, some of the big fish, are chasing after those Cisco's. Remember down where you did that podcast with
Yeah, the bacon
Andrew
double
McKean.
cheeseburger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got to run, but yeah, well, let's pick up this conversation on the other side, shall we say? We're about to have this side
What are we
run
gonna
into that side.
That'll give you time to
Where
have
are we gonna
another
run
theory.
to, Downrigger? Downrigger, you and I have never ran anywhere.
True.
We're too old.
I've thought about it.
True.
It's just that stuff
Well,
in the pipe.
maybe if the director will do his job, he'll take it from here because I have no idea where
Go
to go
ahead.
because we don't have Greg Lemon this morning.
No,
Well, allow me to take you. I will tell
I think
you
Greg
that
fell asleep back
first,
Greg,
First Security Bank wants you to know when it comes time to buy a car, pickup, boat, snowmobile, or ATV. Just see the folks at First Security Bank. Multiple locations in the Missoula and Bitterroot valleys. You won't have to camp out to get service with First Security Bank. Member FDIC. And straight ahead on the old Montana Outdoor Radio Show, it'll be Placer Motors statewide trivia with Downrigger Dale. We would like to have a topic for the 6 a.m. hour, please.
Oh, the topic of this hour's question is, so has this been a good thing?
All right.
Has it been a good thing?
Let's see if we can make you a winner right after this.
Attention anglers, when it comes to fishing, only one name stands above the rest: Warrior Boats. Built by fishermen for fishermen, Warrior Boats deliver unmatched stability, performance, and reliability in any waters. From tournament days to quiet mornings, Warrior Boats are designed to help you conquer the water with ease. Built tough and built right. Built for warriors like you. Find your ultimate fishing machine today at warriorboatsinc.com. Warrior Boats. Go farther, fish longer, and own the Montana waters. If you love getting out of Montana's lakes and rivers, you know how special our waters are. But pests like zebra mussels and Eurasian watermill foil can harm fishing and boating opportunities.
You can help protect Montana's waters.
Please clean all mud, plants, and debris off your boat, recreational equipment, and fishing gear before you leave the access site. Drain water from motors, live wells, and bilges. Allow your boat and recreational equipment time to dry before the next outing.
And no matter what type of watercraft you use, stop at all roadside inspection stations.
Together we can protect Montana's waters.
Learn more at fwp.mt.gov/AIS.
You can't beat camping and fishing in Montana as you sit by a campfire after a great day of fishing. Know what to fish bite on and get the gear for camping that works for you from a Montana outdoor-approved sporting goods store. They always give you the best product, service, and advice. In Livingston, shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. In Glasgow, shop D&G Sports and Western. In Butte, shop Three Bears, Alaska. They all have local knowledge and are Montana outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
Brett's RV and Marine's been bringing family and lifestyle together since 1967. Brett's was family-owned then and still is today. The Brett's mission is simple. Help families go camping and boating, enjoy the outdoor lifestyle, and get them back out quickly when something unexpected happens. Today, Brett's carries over 75 RV and boat brands and offers them all at volume discount pricing. New travel trailers start at just $14,995. Montana, Brett's has you covered with locations in Missoula, Butte, and Billings. Or you can shop online at brettsrv.com or call 833-BRETTS-RV. Your next great outdoor adventure starts at Brett's RV and Marine.
The Montana Outdoor Radio Show
offers hundreds of romance enhancement products to choose from.
Once again, from the Command Center, here's the captain and his crew.
This is Eric Anderson, the owner of Placer Motors in Helena. Come in and see us today and find out why there's a Subaru, and then there's a Subaru that's been purchased at Placer Motors.
Good morning. Coming up on 622 and Trivia Time with Downrigger Dale, brought to you by Placer Motors. Let's see if we can make you a winner in 1 minute.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2025 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It'll help you take as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon, plus up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. The 2025 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Manufacturer estimated highway fuel economy on 2025 Subaru Outback non-turbo models. Actual mileage may vary. From our lot to your driveway, come see how Placer Subaru in Helena is transforming the car buying experience. Test drive a 2025 Subaru Outback today.
Alrighty, our trivia winner gets a first aid kit from Joe Moline in Lewistown. We've got a Tiorama pen, a Captain's Choice Max Lure from Linda at Far Country Press in Helena. The book Glacier Day Hikes, beautiful photographs. There's maps and articles in there.
Oh, nice.
A koozie from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation from Steve Harada. Steve's Bail Bonds and Wolf Point Utility Key Ring featuring a bottle opener, a tape measure, and a flashlight. Gosh, how might that come in handy, Downrigger?
Well, those could be the tools to your salvation. Turn your life around. Stop having Steve bail you out. Just don't get in there in the first place.
Oh. Testify.
Tough love from Rigger right here.
And from Kathy Goodman at SilverThreadsOuterwear.com in Great Falls, a Hook'em fishing ball cap. Black ball cap featuring a leather patch in the shape of Montana with a fishing hook and 406 on it. Number to call, if you know the answer and you haven't been a winner in the past 6 months, 406-721-1290. If you have not won any prize in the past 6 months, you're eligible to play. 721-1290. What do you got over there, Riggy?
Well, I talked about our state parks last week on my podcast, and sure enough, we got a news story that the state parks visitations have gone way up. Of course, that really wasn't because of me, because that was numbers from last year, but I thought I'd take credit anyway.
Yeah, sure, why not?
But last year's increase has kept the trend going. So, here's your question. How much, percentage-wise, are the attendance in the state parks up from 10 years ago? How far is it up from 10 years ago? Is it A, 5% increase, B, 25%, or C, 45%? Question again is, how big of an increase are we at from 10 years ago in our state parks? Is it A, 5%, B, 25%, or C, 45%?
406-721-1290 if you ain't won nothing in the past 6 months. And while we wait for Miguel to get us a winner, let's check in with the Stonefly Fly Shop in Butte and Woody at Woody's Lures in Townsend, Montana.
Hey, happy last weekend of June, everybody. It's Chris from the Stonefly. Just a quick update for you guys this weekend. Big Hole still fishing well. Still golden stones around, yellow sallies. There's some PMDs, caddis, green drakes, all sorts of fun stuff out there. So little attractor dry flies for a lot of the day with a little jighead nymph dropper behind it has been pretty productive most of the time. Purple haze, elk hair caddis, that sort of thing also been fishing pretty well. Let's see, over Upper Clark Fork, actually been pretty decent. Some of those same dry flies have been good in that upper stuff above Deer Lodge, nymphing some scud patterns, zebra midges. Some of the small mayfly nymphs have been good below the surface. Georgetown Lake starting to get really good. Damselflies moving up there. You got the traveling sedge that's just getting going in those late evening hours, so stay till dark to fish that thing. During the daytime, you got calabatus and damsels. Lots of stuff going on out there. If you need any more details, holler at us anytime, 406-494-0707 or at thestonefly.com.
Howdy, Woody's Lures in Townsend, Montana. Fishing report for you folks. Well, it's a whole lot better. Let's put it that way, plain and simple. With the cooler temperatures and some thawing off during the days, things have gotten really, really nice. All the waters, we'll start with rivers, are looking a whole lot better. Shields is very fishable now and clean and clear. Of course, all the streams, it doesn't matter where you're from, Sheep Creek all the way down to Paradise Valley. They're just looking gorgeous. There's still some snow, definitely south of Livingston and that area down there, so they should be keeping going for a long time. Along with Yellowstone, she's doing real well. She's still dirty, but nothing like she was, and it's coming down. It is very fishable. So you can get out there and give it a try. And like I said, the fly fishermen are doing pretty well. With a lot of hatches are going on, so get you an assortment of stuff. But spinner fishing, just get you an assortment of spinners like the Blue Fox Vibrix, and they're doing real well. Double aught and triple aughts are actually doing real well. So get out there and get a try. In the lake scene, well, the only difference in there is the lakes are gorgeous. They are just lakes and absolutely, and they're all producing fish, even all the way down to Paradise Valley and Daly's. But up in the White Sulphur Springs here, Martindale's still pretty much taking over all of them. Bear's doing real well, and the Newland and Sutherland are doing pretty good, but Martindale's got a beat, and all the lakes, though, original Rapalas and minnow are not working as well no more. It's now shad wrap, so you want to get down deeper. And what's nice about most of these lakes is the fish won't really get that much more deeper, and you can still catch them. Number 5s and number 7 seem to work about the best. And in Martinsdale, which is kind of weird, fire tiger and perch pattern seem to be doing really well, and there's not one single perch in there. So what do you know? Only the fish know. So get out there and give it a try. Need information, give us a call at 980-0183. Later.
All right, thank you, Woody. We do have a contestant on the line for Placer Motors Trivia, Carl Green in Montana City. How are you this morning, Carl?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
Oh, thank you for listening and being part of the family. All right, Downrigger, let's see if we can make Carl a winner there.
Brother Carl, so we have increased attendance at our state parks. It's been a trend now for a while.
Yes.
So how much higher is our attendance from 10 years ago? Is it A, 5%, B, 25%, or C, 45%?
What do you think, Carl?
Now, I think, 10 years is a long time, and that attendance has gone way up. I'm going to go with C, 45%.
Yeah, you are correct, sir. Yeah. Montana
All right.
State Park visitation increased in 2024 compared to 2023. Reported increase of 3.8%. Now, an estimated 3.2 million visitors came through the state parks last year. Now, according to the increases they've been tracking, it is now up to 45% from 10 years ago. Now, if you recall, during the COVID time, that's when things really started shooting up because people didn't have any place to go and they didn't want to be near each other. And they found out they were all crammed in a state park.
It's kind of how all we feel in this studio here.
Everybody had lots of fun.
Hey, Carl, thank you for being a listener and for playing. I believe Miguel got all your mailing address info, so we'll get your prize package mailed to you, okay?
Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Carl.
Thank you. Carl Green in Montana City. We'll be back with more with the captain right after this.
This is Brandon with Madhouse Cannabis Farms here. With summer right around the corner, Megan and I are excited our kids' sporting events are finally winding down. As we look forward to all the outdoor activities Montana has to offer, we'd like to remind everybody to recreate responsibly. What this means is always keep your cannabis products in kid-safe packaging and stored away from our youth. As parents, it's our responsibility to keep products out of our children's hands. Madhouse Cannabis Farms, helping to create a safe, responsible market since 2010. 9393 Cartage Road, for use 21 and older, keep out of reach of children.
Summer's only beginning, but fall will be here before we know it. You don't want to miss this year's Montana Grizzly football schedule, featuring 8 home games for the first time ever. Get your season tickets today to guarantee tickets to all 8 home games, including rivals Eastern Washington, Idaho, and Montana State. 3-game and 4-game mini plans are also now available. Season tickets or mini plans are the only way to guarantee tickets to this year's Brawl of the Wild. Get your tickets now at gogrizz.com/tickets to be part of one of the best environments in all of college football.
Hey Missoula, we run this town and Race Week is here. From June 27th to 29th, thousands of runners from Missoula and around the world are hitting the streets for the Missoula Marathon weekend of events. Join the celebration. Swing by the Runners Expo at Karis Park Friday and Saturday. Then come out Sunday morning to cheer on all the racers as they cross the finish line. Head to MissoulaMarathon.org for all the event details and schedules. Town Square Media is proud to support Run Wild Missoula and the Missoula Marathon.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
4th of July is almost here, and it's time to think about fireworks for your Independence Day celebration. Hi, this is Shane Klaus from Pink Grizzly, and we have Montana's best fireworks available, from fountains and firecrackers to mortar shells and big boom aerials. Pink Grizzly Greenhouse is also having a sale on select trees and shrubs and bedding plants. Let Pink Grizzly help you celebrate the 4th in style. And check out the Greenhouse Summer Sale. Pink Grizzly on the corner of Russell and Wyoming Street in Missoula, and on Highway 93 in Lolo next to Dairy Queen.
With bike season in full swing, the Bicycle Hangar is here to keep Missoula out and riding. At the Bicycle Hangar, we have an extensive inventory with Western Montana's largest selection of bikes from Giant, Yeti, Jamis, and the largest variety of e-bikes in town. Along with tools, clothing, and protective gear, the Bicycle Hangar has everything you could dream of to get out and enjoy the trails. Add on a top-notch service center, e-bike rentals, and free service for life. At the Bicycle Hangar, we want to be your bike shop.
The Bicycle Hangar, 1801 Brooks, across from Baskin-Robbins in Missoula.
The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you in part by Missoula Chevrolet, Tire-Rama, Brett's RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
Hey, let's check your weather forecast in southeast and south central Montana. Looks like this. Today, sunny, highs in the mid-70s to mid-80s. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of thunderstorms, lows in around 50 to maybe around 60. Sunday, sunny, highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Sunday night, mostly clear, lows in the upper 40s to upper 50s. Now remember, gang, we got that go-to website fired up and ready to go. Really good videos, some great stories. You name it, it's all there for you, the outdoor folk, at MontanaOutdoor.com.
And the Riggercast this time around brought to you by Superior Hardwoods of Montana. Back with the captain and our correspondents. Give you a chance to win from the Montana Club. We'll hit the tourney trail, all kinds of good stuff, all on the way in 1 minute.
They don't make it like they used to, but at Superior Hardwoods, we've made it our mission to keep the old alive. We're talking about 11 acres of reclaimed wood, wall paneling, lumber, flooring, trim, beams, and more. Each piece with a story, each one ready to become part of yours. Want something custom? We can mill to fit your vision perfectly, because true craftsmanship never goes out of style. When you choose reclaimed wood, you're not just getting beauty and strength, you're reclaiming America's history. You're giving new life to old barns, factory, and homesteads, and you're helping protect the future with the values of reduce, reuse, recycle. Stop in and explore the history for yourself in Missoula, or take a peek online at superior-hardwoods.com. Superior Hardwoods, where history lives on, one board at a time.
Hey, in Miles City, be sure to shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. They are Montana outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. Back to the captain. We do have Leonard Roberts on, Captain. Haven't been able to reach Mary Beth Kibler, but we're trying to make contact with Neil Cote. because he happens to be on Canyon Ferry this morning.
She might have got pulled down that aquifer.
Is that your latest, sir?
Check Tiber.
How about we say good morning to Leonard Roberts from Roberts Bait and Tackle? How you doing, Leonard?
I'm doing great, Captain. Yourself?
Real good. How is... Pardon me?
I say that Canyon Ferry tournament sounds like the Tiber tournament about 15 years ago.
Yeah, sure does.
On that, you know.
What about what other spots do you got to send the folks fishing besides Canyon Ferry?
Stay away from Canyon Ferry, it sounds like.
Yeah. I don't think you do well there.
Holter, they're still doing okay on nice walleye. They're catching some nice eating size, 17s, 15s on that. And a few people now are starting to find the perch. They're getting a few perch, not abundance yet, but they are catching a few. And a lot of people are going after the kokanee, and they're still way deep from what they tell me, 60, 70 feet yet on that. Piskin, it's a full pond, and they're catching a lot of, anywhere from 3 to 7 pound northerns up there using smelt and herring. Francis, haven't heard anything on Francis. I know you still got to put in at the east end on that, but I haven't heard any fishing reports on it. I don't know if people quit fishing it or what the deal is. Down at the river and Lowmont area, lots of gold ice, for what the guys are saying on that. They're still catching catfish, a few walleye, nothing spectacular on that part. As you know, Fresno, you still can't put your boat in yet. I guess they're still working on the ramp on that part. Talked to my son last night. He's up at Tiber, and he said the wind's blowing so bad they can't even put the boats on. So I don't know what he's doing now. Probably sleeping in on that.
Why not? Yeah.
Heck yeah. Anyway, got lots of bait and stock yet on that part. And any questions? 406-454-1877. And reckon we'll talk to you next week if we're around.
All right. Thanks a lot, Leonard. Have a happy 4th. We have Neil Cote on the phone, and Neil, I understand, is on Canyon Ferry Reservoir right now. Good morning, Neil.
No. Actually, no, I'm not on Canyon Ferry. I am going somewhere else where it's considerably easier to catch walleye.
Decided to forget that, huh?
I kind of got roped into a chain of communication last night with a bunch of the guys that are in the tournament, and had some really good discussions with forward-facing sonar guys, because they're, the guys you need to talk to. They're using the equipment, and Canyon Ferry is going to not be a forward-facing sonar deal for one reason and one reason alone. There's so many carp and other fish to try and weed through. It's like shooting through, chaff clouds. You just, you see a fish, not a walleye. You see a fish, not a walleye. Most of those guys are like literally telling me that you can't do that. It's just not going to work great. So a lot of them are using them to locate fish, and then they'll stop using it to fish. They're going to burn time up on carp, which is driving them all nuts. So yeah, it's a different animal, Canyon Fury. They don't call it the Dead Sea for nothing, a lot of those guys. So.
Neil,
good carp fishing.
On some of the sonars, they used to have fish icons. They probably still do have fish icons where you can do it to there, and every time you see a fish, a little fish comes on. I think what they need to do with a fast forward, and it'll come out, I'm sure, is actually name the fish, the species.
Yeah, there you go. Carp. It'll be like deer hunting. It's Big George, and he's on the food pile. Yeah, no, that's probably going to be a thing at some point. I mean,
yeah, with the AI and stuff, I'll bet you it'll come around to where it can go, yeah, I know what that is.
That's
you just have to pay
the frightening thing.
So one thing we should find out, they only had 60 teams register at Canyon Ferry Walleye Festival. I wonder if they're still paying that $10,000 first place prize out to the winners.
Well, why wouldn't they?
The other thing too is if you look at the schedule, they've got they were gonna pay out like they did at Tiber, where they did like a middle of the field prize, right? Where you could get like at Tiber, I think it was 20 pounds, the closest to 20 pounds. won a side pot deal. They did it for Canyon Ferry, and they went to 17 pounds, I think, is what I was told last night by a few of the competitors. And first place is considerably below that. So they don't know how that's going to shake out. The guys that win it might also get the side pot if they don't, catch a few more fish. So be interesting to see. Yeah, there's also another embroglio. I guess there was a dinner debacle at the RV park there at the KOA where they said they were going to provide dinner and they didn't. And then gas prices, I guess the boat gas prices went up over $1.50 at the KOA. So there's a lot of guys that are super unhappy about that. Not to point fingers at anybody, but that's the thing. So yeah, I guess it's a thing that's been in the past as well. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of pull with those guys at KOA, so I couldn't, tell you what's going on there. But anyway,
well,
people
get crabby when they're not catching fish.
It's true.
Well, there is that. I mean, all the guys I talk to, it's hard. I mean, they're fishing a lot of different techniques. This might be one of those tournaments where if a guy goes back to, old school running bottom bouncers and trying to cover water, where, if a guy can put 5 fish on the paper, if you can get 5 16-inchers, you're going to be in the fight. So
that might be a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Neil, one thing I will point out, Downrigger gets upset as well when he comes over to the headquarters. He doesn't get dinner. So that's not an odd
no.
That's not an odd thing.
No.
Well, but you promised I would get dinner, and then you don't give me dinner.
Hold.
Yeah.
Okay, Neil, we appreciate it. We got to get going. Thanks for the report.
Hey, guys, have a good one.
A giant glass of vodka doesn't really, fill you up like food,
Yeah, that's true. It is 6:42.
Let's hit the Montana Tourney Trail, brought to you by Warrior Boats. Experience the Warrior difference.
Take me out on the water, put a fishing rod in my hand. Take me out on the water, put a fishing rod in my hand. I don't need no forward.
All righty. Good luck to this weekend's competitors. Let's see here. Got the 25th annual Montana Pike Masters Tourney today and tomorrow on Fort Peck, Dry Arm, Rock Creek Marina for northern pike, walleye, and smallmouth bass. And as we've been chitty-chatting about, the second day of the Canyon Ferry Walleye Festival going on Canyon Ferry Reservoir. Looking ahead, the big one, the 38th annual Montana Governor's Cup Walleye Tournament, July 10th through the 12th on Fort Peck Lake for walleye, northern pike. And be sure to join the Captain's Live broadcast from the boat ramp on Saturday on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The Montana Bass Nation State Team Qualifier, July 16th and 17th, Knoxon Reservoir for largemouth and smallmouth. And the Broadwater Rod and Gun Walleye Derby, July 19th. That is on Canyon Ferry for walleye, carp, and northern pike.
And for more information and a complete listing of tournaments around Montana, log on to the Tourney Trail page on montanooutdoor.com. It's brought to you by Warrior Boats. Experience the Warrior difference.
And experience the Montana Club, if you will. Helping us celebrate 27 years in business, the Montana Club is giving away a $27 gift card. You can have a fantastic lunch or dinner at any of the Montana clubs in Montana. 2 of them in Missoula. They've also got locations in Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Kalispell. If you'd like to win that Montana Club gift card and you have not won a prize of any kind in the past 6 months, give us a call, would you? 406-721-1290. That's 721-1290 for that Montana Club gift card. Back with the winner right after this.
Any angler can put bait on a lure, but good anglers know that catching fish requires more than just baiting your hook. At the Montana Club, we just don't serve you food. Any restaurant can do that. At the Montana Club, we serve you made-from-scratch entrees. That's why we call ourselves the Montana Club. Montana families keep coming back for our uncompromising cut-above USDA Choice and Prime Certified Angus beef steaks for dinner. The Montana Club is something for everyone. Catch the flavor of the Montana Club in Missoula, Butte, Kalispell, Great Falls, and Billings, where they're always happy to see you and proud to serve you.
All righty, we say good morning. Welcome to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. What is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Gideon from Valier.
Gideon, how are you this morning?
Very good, very good.
All right. Well, we're going to, I had lunch with one of my fraternity brothers who lives in Belir yesterday, coincidentally enough. Hey, we're going to put you on hold so we can get your mailing address. We'll get that Montana Club gift card mailed out to you, okay?
You betcha.
Okay.
There you go.
A man, a few words.
Yeah, he just...
Some would say we need to be men and women of few words. But
that ain't gonna happen.
or fewer.
And then there's
words. We'll be back with the captain and hopefully touch bases with Eddie Mint at the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop right after this.
Polaris off-road vehicles can be hazardous to operate and are not intended for on-road use. Driver must be at least 16 years old with a valid driver's license to operate. Always wear a helmet and be sure to take a safety training course.
Power through tasks and trails in any weather in the Polaris Ranger XP 1000 North Star lineup. Ride comfortably whether in rainy, snowy, or dusty conditions with a full cab system. Control the climate with factory-installed heating and air conditioning. Take on tough jobs and challenging trails day in and day out with a vehicle you can depend on. This is Jeff. Visit us in Lewistown or see what's in store for you at lewistownpolaris.com.
Fort Peck Marina wants to make your fishing trip as enjoyable as possible. This is Scott Collinsworth with the Fort Peck Marina. You can stay at our RV campground, which is seconds away from the boat ramp. Check out our tackle shop, which is packed with gear for all species here on Fort Peck. Plus, you can book a fishing trip with me for lake trout, salmon, smallmouth, or walleye with my Fort Peck Marina guide service. Enjoy the best pizza, burgers, and sandwiches on the lake in our bar restaurant for lunch or dinner. Plus, breakfast is served on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Fort Peck Marina, we are here to serve you. You can check us out on our Facebook page or our new website at fortpeckmarina.net. That's Fort Peck Marina by the dam on Fort Peck.
When it comes to farming, ranching, or even fishing and hunting, you need a truck you can rely on. Even more, you need a buying experience that's hassle-free. Look no further than Missoula Chevrolet. Locally owned and operated right here in Missoula, Montana. They offer one low price, plain and simple, always. With over 350 vehicles, including the tried and true Silverado light-duty and heavy-duty trucks, they are proud to be the Captain's Truck Center.
That's so true. I depend on the experts at Missoula Chevrolet to find me the perfect Chevy Silverado to get me where the fish are biting and the game can be hunted. I travel the entire state, and my 3/4-ton Silverado makes it easy to tow my fifth wheel and boat at the same time. And you can't beat the comfort of the interior. It's simple. I trust the non-commissioned experts at Missoula Chevrolet for all my truck needs.
Find out for yourself exactly what the captain is talking about. Find your next Chevy truck at Missoula Chevrolet. Together, let's drive at MissoulaChevrolet.com.
My love is...
Get ready for an unforgettable evening with the legendary Randy Travis at the Motherlode Theater in Butte on August 26th at 7:30 and in Missoula at the Denison Theater on August 27th at 7:30. Randy Travis is touring in 2025 with his More Life Tour, featuring his original band and guest vocalist James Dupree, performing Travis's iconic #1 hits. Randy Travis will be on stage with his wife Mary, engaging with the audience and interacting with the band. Hear his countless hit singles like On the Other Hand, Forever and Ever, Amen,
I'm gonna love you,
and Digging Up Bones. Don't miss Randy Travis, a country music legend performing live. Go to randytravis.com and get your tickets today.
You're listening to The Captain.
You remind me of my pet tarantula.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Hey, now in Glasgow, be sure to shop DNG Sports and Western. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing, Captain.
All right, good morning, everybody. We have Eddie Mint from the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop on the phone. Eddie, how you doing today?
We're doing good. How about you guys?
Doing good, Eddie.
Pretty good.
You're doing good. I can't believe it's the 4th of July next week, Friday. So I'm assuming you probably are just jamming with business and their vacancies are probably
you probably don't have any vacancies, I wouldn't think, or do you?
No, we're pretty well, all the motel rooms and cabins are all full. I do have a couple of RV spots out back that are available for a couple of days over the 4th. But other than that, yep, everything's pretty much packed up from here till just about the end of July.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you about the Governor's Cup, but that probably doesn't need to be, you don't even need to talk about that one because of the people influx coming in. So let's talk about fishing results here in the last week. What do you got to report from Fort Peck on walleye and salmon and lake trout and northern pike?
Well, walleye, pike, and bass fishing has been good. Crawlers, leeches, pulling bottom bouncers, still pitching jigs and plastics, jigs and minnows are still, picking up fish. Lake trout, guys are still, jigging up lake trout or trolling for them when they're, catching them, trolling as they're looking for salmon. There's been a fair amount of salmon caught. So yeah, I mean, all in all, up on this end of the lake, I'd say the fishing's good.
And so the fishing is good for, salmon. One of the things that we want to point out about those salmon is that they're not jumping in the boat. I mean, if you catch one a day and you put in the hours, that's actually a pretty good day still in Fort Peck. But it is June. It's not even July yet, which usually, traditionally, annually is when the bite picks up, correct?
Well, yeah, I mean, this year has been, an exceptional year. We've actually have guys out there, looking for these salmon in June where we haven't had that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a handful of guys out there doing it. And, I'm guessing anyway, these fish are always out here. They're just scattered out. But, when you don't have anybody out trolling for them or targeting them. But this year there was guys last year that said they were going to start looking and, snooping around in June. And the guys that did come up to do it have found that they're out here. So, yeah, they're catching them. And the numbers and the size of the fish, I'm kind of, it's definitely pointing in the right direction for another good year.
Are they fishing most of those when they're catching those salmon? Are they like Spring Creek west to Bell Point, Pines area?
I haven't really been getting any details on exact, locations like that, but everybody that I've talked to has been, from right out here in front to, going west. So as far as, a specific location, they've just been saying west or, out between, the Duck Creek and York, so Haxby area. But yeah, no, they're definitely out there.
All right, Eddie, what's the phone number?
406-526-3597.
All right, Eddie, have a happy 4th of July. We'll talk to you next Saturday morning right here.
Yeah, everybody have a happy 4th.
Outdoor Radio Show.
For a fantastic breakfast, lunch, or dinner, a great beer or cocktail, and terrific atmosphere, find yourself in Paradise. Paradise Falls starts serving at 7 a.m. every day, featuring traditional breakfast favorites and Paradise Falls specialty items. For lunch and dinner, there's a huge menu of burgers, sandwiches, steaks, pizzas, salads, pasta dishes, appetizers, and more. And of course, a full bar and all those TVs. Whether you want to sit inside or out on the beautiful, spacious deck, make it family-friendly. Paradise Falls, 3621 Brooks, Missoula.
Come to Blue Dragon Fireworks at their new location in Lolo, where you'll find a fantastic selection of fireworks at the guaranteed lowest prices. Blue Dragon has huge maximum power 500-gram and 1,000-gram items that'll leave you breathless. The biggest and best artillery shells in the business, and Roman candles and bottle rockets. The huge selection promises something for everyone at prices lower than anywhere else, including the reservation. All items are 10 to 50% off. Don't be fooled by the stands that offer you buy one, get one free, or buy $100, get $50 free. Their prices are more than double the prices of Blue Dragon Fireworks. Blue Dragon prices are guaranteed to be the lowest, so why spend money on gas driving to the reservation when you can get everything you need and get the best bang for your buck locally at Blue Dragon Fireworks. Get free fireworks with selected purchases and sign up for daily drawings. Blue Dragon Fireworks, 6205 Caris Lane on the south end of Lolo, in front of Lockwood Storage Solutions.
Is your chariot car not quite conquering the roads like it used to? Spartan's Tuning is here to turn your ride into a true road warrior. Their legion of expert mechanics is armed to the teeth with state-of-the-art technology, offering alignments to keep you straight on your path or brake services to halt any retreat. Call Spartan's Tuning, 406-728-4081. Spartan's Tuning, where your car's performance is the battlefield and victory is the only outcome.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info is protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Is there a Kubota Orange Day in your future? Shop Big Sky Kubota's huge inventory of Kubota zero-turn mowers, compact and larger size tractors, skid steers, excavators, and Big Sky Kubota's biggest inventory ever of new utility vehicles, featuring extra special discounts. Take advantage of 0 down and 0% finance offers during Kubota Orange Days through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for details. Work with the local Kubota guys, John and Ben at Big Sky Kubota, 3 miles west of the Missoula Airport on Highway 10.
You're listening to the captain and his crew.
Beauties in bikinis, laughing, singing, surfing, sinning, making hey in the moonlight.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Okay, we are wrapping it up this first hour. You know, guys, the Canyon Ferry Walleye contestants, it doesn't have anything to do with they're bad anglers because the weights are low there. You could put them on a different lake, and they would catch what that lake gives up, just like Tiber did 2 weeks ago. But, Rigger, they have banned taxidermists today of fishing with any of the contestants on Canyon Ferry. And why is that?
Well, you ever seen that movie Silence of the Lambs? You know, where he's skinning people and putting the skin over him. Right. So you get those walleye, you put them in the bucket, you go, it puts the lotion on its fins or it gets the hose again. Yeah, and you just take all that, just take a bunch of little walleye and you stretch that skin around a big carp, see? And you go, look what I caught. See? It's a big walleye. Just looks funny.
Jeez.
Do you hear the lambs, Clarice?
Silence of the walleye.
Yes.
People will say we're in love.
It puts the lotion on its fins or it gets the hose again.
We'll be back with another hour.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just stretching the skin around here. Look at the trees over there.
Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Elevated Tax is so excited to announce their arrival in Montana. I cannot wait to serve you. The local full-service tax and accounting firm is taking new clients, which seems like it's become a novel concept these days. From taxes to bookkeeping to payroll to CFO services, Elevated Tax has an experienced, trustworthy team that has you, your family, and your small business's best interest in mind. Elevated Tax and Accounting, elevating you and your business with a modern professional touch.
We appreciate everyone doing their part in keeping Missoula safe. I'm Dax Fraser, Assistant Fire Marshal at the Missoula Fire Department. We want you to have a fun 4th of July holiday celebrating our country's independence, but we want you to be safe. Fireworks cause fires and injuries, and most fireworks are illegal in the city of Missoula. Our firefighters and police officers will be out and about, and we'll be writing tickets. We appreciate everyone doing their part in keeping Missoula safe. Have a great 4th of July.
This is News Talk KGVO, Missoula, AM 1290 and K25 2FP 98.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
More work ahead. I'm Paul Stevens, Fox News. That big GOP tax and spending bill still being worked on.
Senate Republicans are exasperated. They can't even start debate on the bill. The GOP brass is overhauling the bill now. the July 4th deadline could slip. The president posted that, quote, the House of Representatives must be ready to send it to my desk before July 4th. But he also softened his own deadline. The parliamentarian forced the Senate to cut provisions which paid for tax cuts. House conservatives worry about spending in the Senate bill. They expected the Senate to improve the House package. House Republicans are leery of the Senate forcing them to accept their bill.
Fox's Chad Pergram in D.C. The Supreme Court saying Friday that there are limits to judges setting national injunctions.
It was a 6-3 ruling. It went along ideological lines. Well, the president telling reporters the decision, quote, really brings back the Constitution. In the court's majority opinion, Justice Barrett explained, quote, these injunctions, known as universal injunctions, likely exceed the equitable authority that Congress has granted to federal courts. And in her dissent, Justice Sotomayor disagreed, saying this, quote, no right is safe in the new legal regime the court creates. Today, the threat is to birthright citizenship. Tomorrow, a different administration may try to seize firearms from law-abiding citizens or prevent people of certain faiths from gathering to worship.
Fox's Chanley Painter. The High Court also siding with Maryland parents who fought to withdraw their kids from LGBTQ story lessons in elementary school.
It's really a ruling for parents. They lost control of the schools. They lost control of their child. And this is a tremendous victory for parents. And I'm not surprised by it, but I am surprised that it went this far.
The dissenting justices said the ruling violates the separation of church and state. America's listening to Fox News.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be out there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com. Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now.
Iran holding a funeral for some of those killed by Israeli strikes. Fox's Greg Palcott in Tel Aviv.
Some 60 coffins draped with Iranian flags carried by trucks said to contain top military, nuclear, and missile officials killed in the war. A lot of the regime leadership set out for all to see. The well-orchestrated crowds chanting death to America and death to Israel. It's the first time since the ceasefire earlier this week the victims had been shown. As the war of words rages between Ayatollah Khamenei and President Trump, Khamenei deciding that Iran had won the war and that the failed Iranian attack on that U.S. base was a success. Trump saying he could have killed the Iranian leader and didn't.
Investigations continue, meantime, into just how much damage U.S. strikes did on those Iranian nuclear sites. A Florida man accused of threatening to kill the acting U.S. attorney for the District of New Jersey.
The U.S. attorney in Tampa, Greg Kehoe, described some of the alleged threats made by Salvatore Risotto.
Frankly, at this press conference, that they are much too vulgar to quote.
More than that, they're illegal, Kehoe says, and they were aimed at New Jersey U.S. Attorney Alina Habba. Risotto's X account has been suspended, but we're told last month his posts included a slow, painful death for Habba, eliminate Habba, 86 traitor, death penalty for all traitors, and I hope you die a painful death. Kehoe says despite Risotto living in Orlando, he disagreed with one of Habba's prosecutorial decisions in New Jersey, and this was his way of retaliating. Federal agents say this was a clear threat of violence. In Tampa, Aaron Mesmer, Fox News.
The 9th New Orleans jail escapee recaptured. Antoine Massey taken back into custody Friday after a Crime Stoppers tip. Massey's arrest coming after 10 inmates escaped from a jail back on the 16th of May. I'm Paul Stevens. This is Fox News.
Hey, this is Josh at Parkside. And if a business can create a household name, they'll stay top of mind.
That's advertising. Parkside Credit Union. Repeating the name Parkside Credit Union makes it more memorable, and it makes you think of it later, Parkside Credit Union, when you need to borrow some money. If I can toe that fine line, Parkside Credit Union, between annoyance and effectiveness, Parkside Credit Union, then you'll definitely remember it. Because at Parkside Credit Union, if we can stay at the top of your mind, we think you'll say yes.
This is Scott Richmond, and along with my co-host Arnie Sherman, we bring you What Do You Know? A show that goes beyond the headlines with insightful conversations and compelling guests from all walks of life. From business and politics to sports, entertainment, and culture, we talk with the people who have stories to tell and perspectives that matter. Join us Sunday mornings from 8 to 9 on News Talk KGVO, or listen anytime on Apple or Android podcasts.
Just pull your chair up close to your radio. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud.
Good morning, Captain.
Like to check your licenses, boys.
Good morning to you.
Live all across Big Sky Country, it's the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you statewide by Missoula Chevrolet, home of the official truck of the captain, Vibrant Hearing, Warrior Boats, Tire-Rama, Gretz RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors, your local Subaru dealer in Helena. And now, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
We got the captain standing by, but first let's take a look at your weather forecast in central Montana. It looks like this today. Partly cloudy, slight chance of rain showers in the afternoon, high 70 to 80 degrees. West winds 20 to 30 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear, slight chance of rain showers, lows 45 to maybe 55. Sunday, mostly clear, highs 75 to 80. Now remember, gang, you can always get the latest in outdoor news, detailed weather forecast, and a link to our latest podcast. Now that features Brad Davis of the North American Trap Collectors Association. Yeah, they collect traps. Really interesting group. Now, you can see these traps and all kinds of really cool stuff on our YouTube channel and see, as we talk with Brad, all about these traps. You're going to love it. It's all waiting for you at the go-to website. That's MontanaOutdoor.com.
Yes, indeedy. The Riggercast this time around brought to you by Vibrant Hearing, and we will be back with the captain and Ruann from Tiber Marina in 30 seconds.
You would do anything to prevent dementia. But are you doing everything? This year, give yourself more time. Learn how the medical treatment of hearing loss can reduce your risk of dementia, keep you engaged with your loved ones, and reconnect you to life. The folks at Vibrant Hearing can help with your hearing loss and show you how treating hearing loss is also reducing your risk of dementia. For better hearing, go to vibranthearing.com.
In Helena, shop Capital Sports. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing, Captain.
Thank you, Director. That is the Director, Deadeye Denny, and we have Miguel Lee along with Tokeny Quinn, who's getting that stove all warmed up in the MontanaOutdoor.com control center. And we have Downrigger Dale. You heard him give a radio forecast for the weather. And we have Ruann from Tiber Marina. I'm the captain. I'm at Fort Beck headquarters for the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. Good morning, Ruann.
Well, good morning.
So,
how are things on your end?
Well, nobody really cares about how things
I know, right?
on my end, and so at least that's what the crew tells me. I was thinking that now you should have signs made up to put on the outside of Tiber Marina, Ruse Tiber Marina, that you have the official minnow getter of the United States heaviest two-day walleye tournament in tournament weight, something like that, to honor your husband, who really is the backbone of Rue's Tiber Marina. Is that correct, Rue?
This is true. This is true. He deserves a lot of credit. He does a lot of the behind-scenes work.
I hear that he force feeds all the minnows lead.
Yeah. I don't think he's that patient.
Rue, I don't think your husband would appreciate the fact that you're laughing before you give the response of how great he is.
He is.
You have such a great laugh. We're going to just run that for the whole hour.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, it has got us a lot of attention. This fish weight. I tell you that.
Yeah.
I don't want
and a lot of people inquiring.
Yeah. So how has the fishing been at Tiber?
Well, unfortunately for all those big fish weights, the fishing this week was a little bit tougher. We had a few people struggling. It was a lot of perch they were catching, but man, they were struggling this week. We've had a lot of weather, a lot of rain, some winds, and so we have seen some nice fish come out. Seen some of those big ones, some nice pictures of people who've caught and released them. But yeah, it's been a little bit tougher, but we know they're in here. But we have such a good feed base in here too that wherever they're moving around again. So it's just a little bit. That's why they call it fishing. Mm-hmm. I always tell anybody, if you tell everybody you went fishing, you have achieved 100% of your goal. Yeah. If you told them you went catching, that's a whole other story.
Different deal, yeah.
That's what I tell Downrigger all the time.
You tell me what? I don't listen to you. What are you telling me?
I say the fun of it is fishing together, our chemistry and a camaraderie, and you don't need to catch any fish. That's just a side benefit.
Okay.
Yes, definitely is. But there's still some good ones out there. They just were having to...
Well, I was going to ask you, what's your reservation situations like there at Rue's Tiber Marina?
4th of July is pretty booked up. We always have maybe a few there, here and there, but after that, it's good. And August tends to be really good, especially for those big fish. I don't know why, but August, and if you like to fish northerns, August is a good time. So, yeah, it's a good time to call to get some if you want reservations.
That's a good salesperson right there. What's the phone number?
406-759-5637.
Have a happy 4th of July, Rue. We'll talk to you next Saturday morning.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Director, are we supposed to be cooking something now?
No. Did I not send you that? Yeah, I did. Colin from Frontier Anglers is on.
Going to check Clark Canyon Reservoir, see what's going on there, and all the rivers.
Okay. Good morning, Colin.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hey, good, Colin.
Good.
What have you been hearing on Clark Canyon down there, Colin?
I really haven't heard much in the last week. I have really no report for the Clark Canyon.
Wow.
I would assume that, it's quiet out there. Lake levels are starting to drop pretty good. They're starting to take a lot of water out of there. So that could be one of the main reasons. We're sitting about 67% of our lake capacity this morning. And, I would assume that it's getting hot. Fish are starting to move into the cold water channels of the Red Rock, and then also a couple springs in the lake as well.
How about your rivers? Are you having any issues there with hoot owl restrictions or anything like that
Not yet. No, we're sitting pretty right now. We had that cold storm that came through earlier this last week, and no, that actually prolonged everything for us. So I would say probably in about 2 weeks, we're about 2 weeks out from hoot owl. The Beaverhead won't have really much shoot-out restrictions in the really good fishable sections, just from the nice cold water that we get from Clark Canyon.
Lastly, what kind of hatches? Anything that you'd recommend down that way?
Oh, yeah. We're starting to come into the best time of the year in this area. The PMD hatch is on. So it's starting to happen in town now, and it's working its way up to the upper stretch of the Beaverhead. That is the funnest time to fish the Beaverhead River in this area. Things get easy out there.
Nice.
Well, where do we find you, Colin, if folks want to stop in and see you and pick up some stuff and get a little more advice from you?
We are just right off the interstate, I-15. Our address is 680 North Montana Street, and then also our phone number is 406-683-5276.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
You got it, guys. Have a good one.
Hey, let's do a little cooking with Kokanee from the kitchens of MontanaOutdoor.com.
What you got cooking? I got rice cooking in the microwave. She got something cooking for me tonight, and a little bit of chicken fried.
Got a literal twist on corn on the cob.
Oh, boy.
Cooking up some corn ribs this week to go along with anything you have planned for your barbecues and summer fun. So basically, it's corn on the cob cut into quarters. And then when you finish them on the grill or in the broiler in your oven, they kind of curl a bit, and then it's easier to get the kernels off the cob, and also all the good stuff makes it so tasty. Don't try to eat the cob part though, because you're gonna be sad when that happens. But they're very easy once you get them cut into quarters. For your spice mix, you'll mix up some kosher salt, chili powder, smoked paprika, some black pepper, ground cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, and cayenne pepper. You're gonna need about 4 ears of corn or more if you have a bigger crowd. And then you're just going to go ahead and drizzle the oil over your cut corn, sprinkle on about 2/3 of that spice mixture, toss it all up, and finish them on your grill or in your broiler inside, about 7 to 8 inches from the heating element. You can arrange your corn ribs on the prepared pan, maybe put the foil around so that you can prop up those ribs so that the most kernels get the heat, and then kind of turn them a little bit until they're done. When they are done, remove them and brush them with melted butter, season them to taste with that remaining spice mixture, and enjoy. You can find that recipe at MontanaOutdoor.com.
Does that make the corn kind of tough?
No, it makes it really tender and juicy.
I use those
delicious
Lee's press-on teeth. And so I
you don't want to lose a tooth,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you usually just go ahead and shuck it all off there. Yep.
Oh, good.
It'll work out just right. Your corn ribs at MontanaOutdoor.com.
They look good, though, don't they? Yes.
I can hardly tell.
Shiny.
I like the little diamel. That's kind of nice.
Now rest at ease, Downrigger. You can enjoy the corn thing there.
Corn ribs.
We're about to enjoy Placer Motors statewide trivia with Downrigger Dale. What do you got for a topic for the 7 a.m. hour audience?
Well, the topic of this hour's question is, well, that's nice for the little ones, isn't it? Or is it?
We'll see if we can make you a winner right after this. Brett's RV and Marine's been bringing family and lifestyle together since 1967. Brett's was family-owned then and still is today. The Brett's mission is simple. Help families go camping and boating, enjoy the outdoor lifestyle, and get them back out quickly when something unexpected happens. Today, Brett's carries over 75 RV and boat brands and offers them all at volume discount pricing. New travel trailers start at just $14,995. Montana, Brett's has you covered with locations in Missoula, Butte, and Billings. Or you can shop online at brettsrv.com or call 833-BRETTS-RV. Your next great outdoor adventure starts at Brett's RV and Marine.
If you love getting out of Montana's lakes and rivers, you know how special our waters are. But pests like zebra mussels and Eurasian watermill foil can harm fishing and boating opportunities.
You can help protect Montana's waters.
Please clean all mud, plants, and debris off your boat, recreational equipment, and fishing gear before you leave the access site. Drain water from motors, live wells, and bilges. Allow your boat and recreational equipment time to dry before the next outing.
And no matter what type of watercraft you use, stop at all roadside inspection stations.
Together we can protect Montana's waters.
Learn more at fwp.mt.gov/AIS.
Fort Peck Marina wants to make your fishing trip as enjoyable as possible. This is Scott Collinsworth
with the Fort Peck Marina. You can stay at our RV campground, which is seconds away from the boat ramp. Check out our tackle shop, which is packed with gear for all species here on Fort Peck. Plus, you can book a fishing trip with me for lake trout, salmon, smallmouth, or walleye with my Fort Peck Marina guide service. Enjoy the best pizza, burgers, and sandwiches on the lake in our bar restaurant for lunch or dinner. Plus, breakfast is served on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Fort Peck Marina, we are here to serve you. You can check us out on our Facebook page or our new website at fortpeckmarina.net. That's Fort Peck Marina by the dam on Fort Peck.
Montana's a big state, and the men and women that call it home know why they live there. It offers unique outdoor opportunities year-round. It's a way of life for them, but each region of the state does have its own set of challenges. That's why Montana hunters and fishermen have come to depend on their local sporting goods store to help them get the success they strive for in every region across Big Sky Country.
When you shop your local Montana Outdoor approved sporting goods store, you get the best products, service, and advice.
In Butte, shop Three Bears, Alaska. In Helena, shop Capital Sports. In Lewistown, head on over to the Sports Center. And in Miles City, shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. Over in Livingston, shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. In Glasgow, shop D&G Sports and Western.
All of these sporting goods stores have local knowledge for the area of Montana that they serve, and all of them are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
It's the captain and his crew.
Oh, so there's the rascals that are responsible.
This is the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
This is Eric Anderson, the owner of Placer Motors in Helena. Come in and see us today and find out why there's a Subaru, and then there's a Subaru that's been purchased at Placer Motors.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for joining us today. 7:22 Trivia Time with Downrigger Dale, brought to you by Placer Motors. Let's see if we can make you a winner in 1 minute.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2025 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It'll help you take as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon, plus up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. The 2025 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Manufacturer estimated highway fuel economy on 2025 Subaru Outback non-turbo models. Actual mileage may vary. From our lot to your driveway, come see how Placer Subaru in Helena is transforming the car buying experience. Test drive a 2025 Subaru Outback today.
Yeah. Our winner gets a first aid kit from Joe Moline in Lewistown, a Tiorama pen. We got a Captain's Choice Max Lure from Linda at Far Country Press in Helena. The book Glacier Day Hikes with beautiful photos. Also got maps and articles in there. A koozie from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. From Steve Harada, a Steve's Bail Bonds and Wolf Point utility key ring. It features a bottle opener, a tape measure, and a flashlight. So many things. What could that possibly be used for, Downrigger?
Well, those could be your tools to a better life. Find your salvation. Shape up. Ship out. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Hand on the Bible. And from Kathy Goodman at SilverThreadsOuterwear.com in Great Falls, a Hook'em fishing ball cap. Black ball cap featuring a leather patch in the shape of Montana. Got a fishing hook and 406 within that Montana patch. And the number to call if you know the answer and have not been a winner in 6 months, 406-721-1290. That's 406-721-1290. But if you've won any prize in the past 6 months, please let other listeners have a crack at it with Downrigger Dale.
Thank you, Director. Now, if you listen here a lot, then you no doubt have heard me talk about the FWP's apprentice programs for deer and bird hunting. Well, they just announced that they have expanded the FWP's apprentice program. What activity did they just add to the apprentice program? Is it A, elk hunting, B, trapping, or C, boating? Question again is, we've heard about these apprentice programs. Well, they added a new dimension to that. Hey. What activity has been added to the apprentice program? Is it A, elk hunting, B, trapping, or C, boating?
406-721-1290 if you ain't won nothing in the past 6 months. And while we wait for Miguel to get that winner, let's get up there to the fish camp, check in with Chansey and Kalispell.
Good morning, Montana. Chance here at Chancey Fish Camp up in Kalispell. Give you that weekly fishing report. Good fishing still going, still getting some good reports on kokanee. Lower Thompson's been fishing good, good numbers of fish and decent size in that 11 to 13-inch range. Jigging and trolling's been good. Hearing some reports still up on Ashley. Fishing pretty well, lots of fish on the smaller end, but some decent ones. Middle Thompson still fishing pretty good on the cokes. Bigger fish up there for sure, some even pushing up to 18 inches. Early in the morning trolling. Real early guys are getting right out there at daylight and fishing until about 8, 9 o'clock, and it seems to shut off. But getting some good fish trolling up there. River fishing, the main stem of Flathead's actually in pretty good shape. It greened up quite a bit and in good shape. A lot of guys been floating it. Fly fishing's been good. It's just your tractor patterns have been good. Purple haze, stimulators, humpies, a little bit of hoppers. Thompson River fishing good, especially down that lower end from Bend all the way down to Clark Fork's been fishing well. Same thing, kind of small tractor pattern stuff's been really good on that. If there's spin fishing, little panther martins, rooster tails, that kind of stuff is really good in there. Rainbow fishing up on the Beaver Chain Lake's been pretty good. Some of those smaller ones, Woods and Dollar and Murray, been productive. Been getting some reports up on Dickey guys actually trolling up there, picking up some decent rainbows, and they're up to like 10 pounds. Not hot and heavy, but some good fish. Kokanee fishing still good, been good on Dickey. Up Eureka Way, Rexford's been fishing good. Lots of smaller kokanee up there. Guys been getting into the bulls and the rainbows a bit. Kind of the same stuff. Planer boards and flies. Planer boards and Dave's plugs have been productive. Pike fishing around the valley's been good. Hitting the sloughs early in the morning. Rose Creek, Half Moon, some of them early in the morning. Pitching big jerk baits have been good. Of course, Smith Lake just west of town. Spinner baits, topwater's been good. Lots of smaller pike. Perch action down in Marrow-Ann's been pretty productive also, too. Seeing some pictures, some guys getting some fish up to about 14 inches in there, but lots of those 10s and 11s and stuff. So that's been good. So lots of good fishing going on. We got you loaded up down here at the fish camp, and we're carrying flies now, too. So come on in and check us out.
You got it. Thank you, Chancey. All right, we have a contestant on the line for Placer Motors Trivia. Med Eastwood in Great Falls, Montana. How are you today, Med?
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Glad you're part of the Outdoor Radio Show family. Med would like you to ask him a question, downrigger.
Well, I happen to have one for you. You know that apprentice program that the FWP does? They do it with deer and birds, and they're adding a new activity. Which new activity would that be? Would it be A, elk hunting, B, trapping, or C, boating?
What do you think there, Med?
That would be B, trapping.
Hey.
Yeah. In April, Governor Gianforte signed House Bill 96 into law. Now, that amended the Apprentice Hunter Statute that now allows the youngins 10 years or older to obtain an apprentice trapping certificate. So now they can learn trapping.
All right.
Yeah, and depending on how your child does, they're either going to have all 10 digits or maybe not so many.
Now.
Still no.
Hey, Med, good job. You got any fishing plans for the weekend?
Hey, Stumpy, come here. Show him your trophy.
Yeah.
Hold on, Med. You got any
Going up
fishing
to
plans?
Holter.
You're doing what now?
Going up to Holter tomorrow.
Hey, all
fun.
right. All right.
You going to go after those big salmon in there?
No, going after some walleye with our new live view.
Oh, you got to check out the
Awesome.
new live view.
A new live view.
Oh, somebody treated Med. That's pretty cool. Well, I do believe Miguel got all your mailing address info, so we'll get that prize package mailed out to you. Thanks for listening. Congrats, and good luck fishing, huh?
Thank you very much. You guys do a great job.
Oh, thank you. Med Eastwood in Great Falls. Well, on the other side of the break, at the bottom of the hour, of course, we'll check in with Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette.
Did the captain go back to bed? Or?
Oh, no.
He's here? Okay.
No, we've been...
I'm just curious.
No, we're actually doing your evaluation via text right now, as we're multitasking. Yeah.
That's right.
Sometimes, he'll just wander off and go to sleep. So.
It ain't pretty, but that's the way it is. We will be back with more of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show right after this.
You know, choosing the right real estate agent can make a huge difference in the money you make from a sale. Hey, Sean Hannity here, and you've heard me talk about how I'm an active investor, and as I travel across this great country, one thing I see time and time again, the wrong agent can cost you thousands of dollars. If I needed to sell a home in your area, no question, there's only one agent I trust. I'm talking about Jason Baker of Rise Realty, Montana. The truth is most agents only sell a couple of homes a month, and they only invest a few $100s on marketing every year. Now, this is the agent that has the tools, the experience, the marketing budget to get your home in front of most buyers today, and that means looking at your home. Now, you can get multiple offers and sell for the most money possible. Find out how much demand there is for your home and command that right now. Call Jason at 552-4443. Online, jasonbakerteam.com. That's jasonbakerteam.com.
As outdoor activity increases, maybe so do plumbing problems. Yeah, those faucets took a beating. Drains are a mess or a pipe froze and cracked. Well, Thomas Plumbing is as good outside as they are inside. Commercial or residential, no job's too small for Thomas Plumbing. That includes those outside faucets, drains, and pipes. For the do-it-yourselfer, Thomas Plumbing has a store full of fixtures and supplies. Sink your trust into Thomas Plumbing. 2327 South Avenue West in Missoula.
In a world full of impressions, clicks, and empty promises, your trades business needs more than marketing. At Ignite Home Services, we fuel the trades.
If you're grinding every day but stuck on a plateau, Ignite Home Services is your secret lead generation weapon.
We're not just a marketing company. We are the lead generation experts for the trades. HVAC, plumbing, roofing, you name it. We run hundreds of campaigns built to deliver real, measurable growth.
We don't chase clicks, we chase results. Powered by Pipeline Pro, our AI-backed lead tracking system.
Preferred media partners with Service Titan, Roofle, Chirp, and yes, we partner with Google.
We're tech-driven, human-led, ROI obsessed.
So if your residential business is ready to break through the noise, visit igniteinhome.com. That's igniteinhome.com. And let's fuel the trades.
Hi, it's Scott the Painter. We all know about keeping up on the routine maintenance of our vehicles. But how often do you think about your home's preventative maintenance? So don't neglect it. Part of that routine care is interior and exterior paint. It also adds to the curb appeal and value of your investment. So if it's been more than 7 years since you had fresh paint applied, it's time. We've been helping people all over western Montana maintain their home's looks and value for over 26 years. That's Scott Arnold Painting at 381-8545.
The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you in part by Missoula Chevrolet, Tiorama, Brett's RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
Oh my, this is a very nice weather forecast. This is for west of the Continental Divide. Looks like this partly cloudy, a slight chance of rain, highs in the 70s. Tonight, mostly clear, lows in the 40s. Sunday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming totally clear. Highs in the upper 70s to maybe mid-80s. Just perfect. So remember, friends, if you want to keep updated on that weather, as well as fishing reports, videos, all the stuff you can imagine, it's the go-to website, MontanaOutdoor.com.
And that there Riggercast brought to you by Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer. We will be back with the captain along with Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette, in 30 seconds. Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer is Western Montana's Diamond Sea trailer dealer. Rocky Mountain has it all in one convenient location. New Diamond Sea trailer equipment sales with financing options available, service and parts. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30. Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer, 5680 Expressway in Missoula. Or call for information at 406-549-4243. And for more inventory options on the web at rmtte.com. Hey, in Butte, be sure to shop 3 Bears Alaska. They are Montana outdoor proof hunting and fishing, Captain.
And good morning, everybody. We got 25 before 8, Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette, is on the telephone this morning. Good morning, Mr. French.
Good morning, Captain.
Mr. French, you have your article this week is concerning Fish and Wildlife Commission. They okayed elk hunting access deals. Can you explain what that means?
Yeah, Captain. The program awards free either-sex elk permits to landowners that participate in the elk hunting access program. And this year they approved 31 landowners. That's down from 46 last year. And as part of the agreement, the landowners have to allow 3 public hunters. They get to pick one, and then FWP picks 2. And a couple of the commissioners cited concerns, and hunters have also expressed their disappointment that some of these landowners, about half, according to FWP, are stacking these with block management. So they're also participating in the block management program, which pays them to allow hunting access. And they get a free sportsman's license through that, too. And so that hunters that are taking part in the elk hunting access program may be thinking that they're getting kind of an exclusive access to a ranch when, in fact, about half of these are participating in block management, so they're going to be out there with lots of other hunters. So some concerns about that, but they still approved all of them. I think it's 50 permits in total go to the landowners or their designees. And so it's been a popular program as a way to, get more landowners involved in allowing public access.
Yeah, that's just one more way that FWP is trying to do that and get people, the average hunter to be able to get on there. Hopefully it will work out. So what else is happening down there in the Billings area? I mean, you getting a lot of moisture yet, or how's things going there?
Yeah, I was gone last weekend, Captain. I was up in the mountains over in the Sheridan, Ruby Valley area. Boy, went from rain to snow to hail in a matter of minutes up there. Wow. So nice to see that area get some moisture. The water levels, on the Jefferson, the Ruby, the Bighorn, the Beaverhead, all of that country over there is pretty low, historically low. So it was nice for them to get some moisture. But, boy, that ground just soaks up the water so fast, I don't think any of it ran off. But did see a few anglers on the Jefferson, not a lot, but it was pretty hot in the days we did get on the river, so there wasn't much going on. A lot of risers at night, but down here in the Billings area, yeah, we've gotten a couple of those big storms as well, and dumped a lot of moisture. So Billings continues to be kind of unusual this year in the amount of precipitation that it's gotten so far.
All right, good to hear. Have yourself a 4th of July, a happy one at that, and a safe one. And we'll talk to you next Saturday morning, Mr. French.
Thanks. You guys have a great weekend.
Now we got fishing on. We're going to start fishing on with the charters with Captain Matt right here on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. Good morning, Matt. How are things at Flathead Lake?
Matt.
Hey, good morning. Fish on with Captain Matt.
Get it, buddy. Get it.
We just got the lines out here. We're kind of mid-lake here between Lakeside and Big Fork, south of the river. Been a great week fishing-wise. Weather-wise, been crazy. Wind and rain and lightning. So it's been one of those weeks where you bring 4 different layers of clothes because you don't know what's going to happen out here. But, yeah, it's been a great last couple of weeks. Been pretty nice out here. The debris is cleaned up. The river's starting to recede a little bit, so we got nice green water out here, clean, no debris on the surface, so you can pull plugs on the surface now and spoons without getting a bunch of grass and sticks on your lures. As far as our future forecast, guys, we're seeing some perch fry in the lake trout bellies, so that's a good sign for the whitefish season coming up.
Sir.
Yeah, so we're actually physically seeing the perch on the surface too. So I'll give it a couple more weeks, and we did hear a report of one of the other guides did catch 2 whitefish last week. He was jigging for lake trout and saw a school come in, so he put some whitefish jigs on, and he actually caught 2. So that's a good sign coming up in the near future. So guys that are looking to go whitefishing, keep listening to the outdoor show, and we'll keep you updated on that. Other than that, yeah, it's been a great couple days out here. We haven't hooked one yet this morning. We just got the lines in about 20 minutes ago. We're on the search right now, but yeah, guys, what a great week. It's 4th of July week. Celebrate America's birthday, and my son's getting married this week, so I'll be taking a couple days off.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a busy week for me. A lot of family flying in this weekend, so guys that want to get a hold of us, pretty easy number, 844-FISH. We got a few openings for next week. Other than that, man, can't wait till whitefish season in the next couple of weeks, and we'll keep you updated, Captain.
Okay, I got a quick question for you. Congratulations on your son getting married. How did the guy know that a school of whitefish came in when he was jigging for Max, and how deep was he jigging? Were they suspended or were they on the bottom? And if they were on the bottom, how deep was it?
Well, you've heard of live scope, and
yes, I have.
The live scope, he could actually see that they were whitefish because the live scope is so in detail. And he was in 45 foot of water, so right off the mouth of the river here. So
wow.
Yeah, but he tried for 2 more hours and couldn't find him again. You know, they only caught the 2, but the perch fry aren't quite big enough yet to get down to the bottom. They're still eating plankton on the surface right now, so they're only about 3/4 of an inch. So we got another couple more weeks before the main body of perch really move in, and then the whitefish will follow them. But yeah, it's just a cycle. Same thing every year. We're all so antsy, ready to pull the trigger on these whitefish, but you got to wait till those perch get big enough to move in. It's tough, trust me, Captain.
Well,
we got all of our rods all ready to go, and all new line and new hooks on our lures, and we're just like, okay, what day is it going to be? Is it going to be next week?
Yeah.
Today? But yeah, it's kind of like waiting for Christmas, you know.
Matt, you're the only guy I trust on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, so thank you very much. And have yourself a happy 4th of July. And all right, it is 7:42.
Time to take another Montana-Missouri River country adventure with a captain.
Across the wide Missouri.
Our next stop in Missouri River Country is Glasgow on May 8th, 1805. The first tourists to this region, the Lewis and Clark expedition, camped at the confluence of the Milk and Missouri Rivers, about 18 miles southwest of the present-day Glasgow. Lewis explored the Milk for about 3 miles and said, "The water of this river possessed a peculiar whiteness, being about the color of a cup of tea admixture of a tablespoonful of milk. From the color of its water, we called it Milk River." This location established the Milk River Observation Point to view the same scenery as Lewis and Clark. Glasgow was established in the late 1800s as a railroad town. While in Glasgow, visit the Valley County Pioneer Museum for its fossils and Indian artifacts and railroad, early business aviation, and wildlife collections. Glasgow grew in stature when the Fort Peck Dam was built a few miles south in 1933. One of the world's oldest and largest hydraulic earth-filled dams, Fort Peck Dam stretches over 4 miles across the Missouri River. Leaving Glasgow, head southeast on the Montana Highway 24 for about 18 miles to Fort Peck and Fort Peck Lake, the largest body of water in Montana. Montana Governor's Cup Walleye Fishing Tournament is held every second weekend in July at Fort Peck. It's a national event. More room to roam means more room to fish. And remember, the motels and hotels are open and welcome your stay in Missouri River Country.
And for more information on your next Montana-Missouri River country adventure, log on to MissouriRiverMT.com. Hey, when we come back, we're going to try to catch up with Debbie at the Silos RV, Canyon Ferry, and more when the Montana Outdoor Radio Show continues.
Attention anglers, when it comes to fishing, only one name stands above the rest: Warrior Boats. Built by fishermen for fishermen, Warrior Boats deliver unmatched stability, performance, and reliability in any waters. From tournament days to quiet mornings, Warrior Boats are designed to help you conquer the water with ease. Built tough and built right. Built for warriors like you. Find your ultimate fishing machine today at warriorboatsinc.com. Warrior Boats. Go farther, fish longer, and own the Montana waters.
Did you know that Tiorama offers more than just tire services? Our expert technicians take care of other vehicle needs like belts and hoses, brakes, check engine diagnostics, oil changes, wheel alignments, and more. It's all about our dedication to keep our customers' vehicles running smoothly so they can travel with peace of mind. When it comes to your vehicle needs, Tiorama's got you covered. Find your neighborhood Tiorama and see a list of services at Tiorama.com. Tiorama, more than just a tire store.
You can't beat camping and fishing in Montana as you sit by a campfire after a great day of fishing. Know what the fish bite on and get the gear for camping that works for you from a Montana outdoor-approved sporting goods store. They always give you the best products, service, and advice. In Helena, shop Capital Sports. In Lewistown, shop the Sports Center. And in Miles City, shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. They all have local knowledge and are Montana outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
My love is... Get ready for an unforgettable evening with the legendary Randy Travis at the Motherlode Theater in Butte on August 26th at 7:30 and in Missoula at the Denison Theater on August 27th at 7:30. Randy Travis is touring in 2025 with his More Life Tour, featuring his original band and guest vocalist James Dupree, performing Travis's iconic #1 hits. Randy Travis will be on stage with his wife Mary, engaging with the audience and interacting with the band. Hear his countless hit singles like On the Other Hand, Forever and Ever, Amen, I'm gonna love you, and Digging Up Bones. Don't miss Randy Travis, a country music legend performing live. Go to randytravis.com and get your tickets today. When it comes to farming, ranching, or even fishing and hunting, you need a truck you can rely on. Even more, you need a buying experience that's hassle-free. Look no further than Missoula Chevrolet, locally owned and operated right here in Missoula, Montana. They offer one low price, plain and simple, always. With over 350 vehicles, including the tried and true Silverado light-duty and heavy-duty trucks, they are proud to be the Captain's Truck Center.
That's so true. I depend on the experts at Missoula Chevrolet to find me the perfect Chevy Silverado to get me where the fish are biting and the game can be hunted. I travel the entire state, and my 3/4-ton Silverado makes it easy to tow my fifth wheel and boat at the same time. And you can't beat the comfort of the interior. It's simple. I trust the non-commissioned experts at Missoula Chevrolet for all my truck needs.
Find out for yourself exactly what the captain is talking about. Find your next Chevy truck at Missoula Chevrolet. Together, let's drive at MissoulaChevrolet.com.
You're listening to the Captain and his crew.
Side effects may include upset stomach, headache, dry mouth, fatigue, insomnia, indigestion, sweating, constipation, dizziness, mild tremors, weakness, yawning, blurred vision, skin rash, sore throat, abdominal pain.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
And in Livingston, would you please shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods? They're Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing, Captain.
Thanks, Director. We have Debbie from the Silos RV, who is busy, I'm sure, busy the last week because of the Canyon Ferry Walleye Festival. Day one took place yesterday. What's your take on the lower weights there, Debbie, they took out of the lake at Canyon Ferry?
So I heard only 40 out of the 60 teams had fish enough to weigh.
Wow.
So every single one of them is saying, oh, my God, there was a 36-inch walleye that swam under the boat and we couldn't land it. So, yeah.
Sure there was.
You gotta,
the one that got away.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they're cracking me up. Everybody's using, all these fishermen have their favorite way to fish. I can tell you, lots of leeches and lots of worms are being used, and everybody was going north. So all of those 60 boats went north. There wasn't anybody down on the south end of the lake. So I'm thinking maybe somebody ought to go to the south end of the lake and they might catch something. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all hiding out down there.
For sure.
Exactly. They're saying that the water temperature is about 67 degrees and that those walleye are somewhere in that 20-foot range. That's all I got for that information. So
what about the
there we go.
Water elevation, the lake level? Is that about normal for this time of the year, or is it down?
It is. Nope, it's wonderful. The lake level is wonderful right now. They are saying towards the north end, which really surprises me, that there are some algae starting up on the north end, and usually it starts down on the south end. So I don't know what's up with that, but they're saying some of those bays have got some algae started. I haven't seen it, so because of course I'm at the store selling those leeches and worms instead of being out on the lake.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Somebody's
There's
gotta
not much
do it.
algae growing at Silo's RV store. I know that for a fact.
That's right.
And when you get algae growing in the store, you got a problem with the health department.
Exactly.
Now, Debbie, what's your situation with vacancies coming up here in the 4th of July? You pretty much booked up?
All I've got is water and electric left, and I think down at the silos, the park spots down at the lake, I think they're all occupied now. I don't think they have any vacancies. So I'm the one with the vacancies. I'm also the one that's selling leeches and worms, and I barbecue brisket out on the front porch and sell a beautiful brisket sandwich. Oh, yeah. And then everybody needs to know that July 4th and July 5th, I've got free music on the front porch. Just bring a lawn chair, sit and enjoy the music. July 4th is a guy by the name of Sam May. He does country and 80s. July 5th is the Moonshiner Band, and they do country and bluegrass. They are very, very good. They've done a show here already and one over at the Canton Church. Very good group of people there.
Wow.
And that's all free. Yeah, everybody just come and sit on the front porch and listen.
Yeah.
That's
Enjoy the
awesome.
weather. Yeah.
That is a sweet offer.
Yeah, if you don't catch anything,
Boy,
you're
you're
going to be
getting-
entertained. That sounds good.
You can tell the more excited Debbie gets, the higher the octave of her voice is. I heard they banned selling beer on Canyon Ferry. Is that true, Debbie?
Well, I'm 500 yards from Canyon Ferry, and I sell the bejeezies out of beer. So I'm going to say that rumor is kind of false.
Oh, Captain David.
But I got to tell you,
Calm down,
we
Debbie. I
have
was just
so
pulling
many
your chain.
rumors out here, and I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you, all the rumors are false.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
You can camp, you
Well.
can bring your boat. Yeah, all those rumors are
All right,
false.
thanks, Debbie.
See
All
ya.
right, bye, guys.
4th of July.
Have you ever really thought about how important your front door, and every entry door into your home for that matter, really is? That door provides security for your family and so much more. The wait is over. Ensemble Doors by Renewal by Andersen have arrived. These awesome secure doors have timeless style, elegant features. They can be customized countless ways with the legendary quality of Renewal by Andersen. Right now, Renewal by Andersen is offering an incredible value on Ensemble entry doors. You get 20% off every Ensemble entry door. No money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months. No payments for a year. Ensemble entry doors by Renewal by Andersen are just so much better. They're built with the best quality materials, including Renewal by Andersen's exclusive Fibrex, which has been tested to deliver enhanced security, certified performance, and lasting beauty. Please visit rbamontana.com now. That's rbamontana.com to book your free estimate. On Savo Entry Doors, the wait is over.
At Action Auto Body, quality isn't just a word, it's a promise to you. Trust the team to repair your vehicle and give you peace of mind. They understand that dealing with auto repair can be a hassle, which is why they strive to make your experience as smooth as possible. Free estimates, transparent communication, and speedy service. That's the Action Auto Body way. Don't let a little bump in the road ruin your day. Visit ActionAutoBodyMT.com or call 406-728-9220. Action Auto Body, where quality and service collide.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you gotta hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflesh.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflesh.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflesh.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflesh.com.
Good morning, everybody. This is the Captain. Before we wrap up the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, I want to invite you to join us every Friday morning from our local fishing program, Catching the Big Ones, live on the banks of brooks at Paradise Falls. We'll help you get ready for a weekend of fishing with area reports and advice and try to make you a winner with our weekly trivia. Catching the Big Ones every Friday morning, 8 to 9, live from Paradise Falls on News Talk, KGVO AM 1290 and FM 98.3.
Now into the brook and fish for the trout. Dive right in and splash about. Trout, trout, pretty little trout. One more splash and come right out.
Thanks for joining us this morning on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Hey, we're wrapping it up here on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. We also have a website. It's montanaoutdoor.com, and I want to do a little shout-out for the website, Angela Montana and Megan, along with Montana Grant, who do posts on there all the time. June's not even over yet. In fact, I have a calendar that I manually put the dates in, and I put 31 days for some reason, and for June here at the headquarters, maybe because I want it to last longer. But we normally get like about 4 million page views a year. In June, through yesterday, we had 2.1 million page views just for the month of June.
Oh my gosh!
So congratulations!
Yeah,
the server that Mr. Packard made of the Hewlett-Packard combo, it was really struggling.
Yeah, he's looking really rugged. Mr. Packard, he aged about 20 years.
We had squirrels running around. Anyway,
what's going on?
Congratulations to those guys.
What's going on at Holter?
Check it out because there's a lot of good posts on MontanaOutdoor.com, and you can see. Probably haven't heard this, but you can see and listen to Downriggers podcast.
Yeah,
all that.
Hey, that is on there. Yeah, yeah, I heard about that.
Have a happy 4th, everybody. Be safe, and we'll talk to you next
In a world
Saturday.
Oh,
of complicated cars and wallet-draining repairs, Gomer's is here to save the day. They offer top-notch pickup truck and automotive repair services and prices that won't break the bank or